everything. This is the Atomic Trivia War 9000. I'm your host, Jason Hawk. Let's meet our contestants. From Santa Fe, Costa Rica, he is the perspicacious Omar Hernandez.
What's up with the big words, dude?
It's a little word. You're just you're an undocumented Omar, so you don't know our language.
Perspicacious.
Perspicacious.
Having a ready insight into the understanding of things.
There you go. It's a compliment.
Eh.
From Seattle, Washington, she is the dissident Rochelle Mantanona.
Yeah, I'm dissident. That's right. Yay. So great.
And from Toronto, Canada, he is the pugnacious Kevin Archibald.
Pugnacious. You know, Mr. Jason, George Orwell once wrote in his essay, Politics of the English Language, never use a big word when a small one would do. So I just leave that with you.
This really goes with that word. That's funny.
You know that I am an editor in my daily life, and one thing that I cannot stand is getting press releases that use the word utilize instead of use. I tell my reporters over and over and over again, do not ever use the word utilize in the story, or you will be fined.
You don't say don't utilize that word?
Do not utilize it. Kevin, since you're being so lippy, we're going to start with you tonight.
Hey,
I've
come
got
over
a
here
Kevo
and get some of my
challenge.
lippies, son.
Don't tempt me.
We don't get to choose this night?
Well, we are going to choose, but we're going to start off with a category that's just for Kevin.
Again with that.
What?
I know people send stuff all the time. They send stuff just for Kevin. They send stuff just for Omar. They send stuff just for Ro.
Really?
I'm going to start rotating them in a little bit more.
I don't believe that people send stuff for me.
They do.
Just saying.
Well, we got some Seahawks trivia not too long
Yeah.
ago, if you'll remember.
Oh.
Yeah. Hell, I even got one a long time ago that's specifically for Graziella.
Okay.
Yep. Next time Gratz and Dave are on the show, we're
Has
going
to be Lord of the
break it up.
Rings or something.
It is.
Tolkien.
You know it is. Anyway, here we go with Kevin. You know that Kevin never shuts up about Mass Effect. So we're going to give him a good old Mass Effect 2 quiz, courtesy of Joseph Cummings.
Joseph Cummings, I apologize because the Mass Effect universe is huge and deep, and it's been many universes ago. I've had to cram in the Game of Thrones universe since then. I've crammed in lots of universes since then. So
You've gotten it all into your openings, yes.
Yeah.
Let's see what's stuck. Number 1, Kevin. According to game lore, this now moon was reformed into a planet in 2157 and is the anchor for the mass relay to the Sol system.
Wow. How is that fair?
Titan?
Sorry. You know what? As he submitted the question, he used the word moon. It's not a moon, it's a planetoid.
That's no moon. Oh,
It's Pluto.
Pluto?
Omar has it.
Hey!
Number 2. This
Okay,
planet
you
holds...
threw me off, by the way, Joseph Cumming. I want you to go back to your room and have a good hard think about that question, Joseph Cumming.
Yeah, you need to listen to Neil deGrasse Tyson. Neil deGrasse Tyson High should be a TV show. Kevin gets that. All right, number 2. This planet holds a population of 11.4 billion and is the beginning home for 1/3 of the Shepherds in Mass Effect.
1/3 of the Shepherds.
Beginning home for 1/3 of the Shepherds.
What on earth does that mean? Okay, so Shepard is the guy that you are.
Come on. That one's an easy one.
Earth?
You've got it.
Hey, because you can choose which Shepard you want to be. Yes.
Indeed.
Space
Omar-
colony.
Omar, did you ever... I know you started that game. Did you ever get anywhere with it?
I almost finished the first one, but the same thing happens every single time. I have to do something else, then I go back to it, and I can't remember shit. So I have to go I have to start all over again.
Yes.
And I start the game all over again.
Number 3. This gas giant's lethal radiation keeps people from visiting, but that doesn't stop the 9,100 people living on its many surrounding moons. And this time it is moons.
That's no moon, Jason. In the Mass Effect universe? Or
Mm-hmm.
are you that proof? Jeez. Nobody knows the answer to this question.
Gas giant.
Yes, I know.
I want to go back and play all those games again. I'm going to go with Uranus.
No, Jupiter, dude.
Jupiter.
Jupiter.
Giant.
Number 4. We may be trying to colonize this planet now, but in Mass Effect, it's used only for a small Prothean preserve.
Mars.
There you go.
Hey, so that's
I don't
just
know
good. I like these questions because they're actually, you don't have to know Mass Effect to know these questions. I'm just now figuring that out.
After the development of the Mass Effect FTL drive for deep space exploration, this planet became the target of a great land rush, a manifest destiny's ass, if you will.
Manifest Destiny's what?
Ass.
The
Not mine.
no, Uranus.
There you go. Uranus.
Boom,
And the bell.
got there.
All right. So that was painful,
That was a little painful, but
but it was fun to wade through.
don't let that put you off the wonderful games that are the Mass Effect games. I may play through all those again just for funsies, just so I don't lose Rex like I did the first time.
Speaking of games, let's do our next trivia game, but I'll need the bumper from you guys for a rank and file.
Rank and file.
Kevin's the only
Sounds
one
like
who
you
ever
were
indulges in
constipated.
Yeah, that's how you got to do it, man.
Tonight you'll be playing for your pick of these fine hot seat categories. Are you ready?
Yes.
Your options are Blockbuster Season, The End of the World as We Know It, and alas, Babylon 5.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's the one no one wants.
That's gonna be the sad third place category right there.
All right, it's erased.
It's a race.
So there's something at stake in this one. To earn the right of first choice, you'll have to make the best pick on the list of the top 20 highest paid, ready? Hip-hop artists of 2013, according to Forbes.
Okay.
And I'm going to defer first to Rochelle Mantanona.
No, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Well, hip hop artists, they actually have to be an artist. Do that mean they're? Oh, see, are they
Rappers,
actively-
bro. I'm asking you what rapper makes the most money.
Oh, Dr. Dre. No, Jay-Z.
No, she said Dr. Dre. She
Jay-Z,
said
Jay-Z.
Dr. Dre.
I'm going to lock you in at Dr. Dre.
Okay, that's fine.
Omar.
I'll pick my other one, guys.
Well, I was gonna say Jay-Z actually.
Okay.
We'll lock you in at Jay.
Were you?
Yeah, it was either Jay-Z or Kanye.
Kevin?
Yeah.
Somebody has the number 2 pick already, and somebody has the number 3 pick already.
Yeah. See, I'm thinking I'm gonna be making love with Babylon in a few minutes here. I definitely had Dr. Dre. I definitely had Jay-Z there. I'm gonna go. Here's an unconventional choice. I'm gonna go with Eminem because he produces a lot of acts, and maybe some of the farm stuff he has brought in some money for him.
Should have went with
The number
Kanye.
1 pick. The number 1 pick that we have is
Kanye.
Kanye.
P. Diddy.
Ah.
Well, he
Diddy's
hasn't
still
done
raking it in.
anything.
Yeah, but
hasn't
he
done
also is a producer.
There you go. And $50 million for Mr. P. Diddy. Jay-Z is number 2. So Omar will pick first. $43 million. Dr. Dre is number 3 at $40 million. So the pick order will be Omar, Ro, Kevin.
But you know, Dr. Dre is actually going to probably be the most paid person probably for 2014 because he's selling Beats by Dre to Apple or something. That's like.
Have you been reading Mike Schneider's tweets?
Yes, I have been.
Oh, that makes me so happy. I've been responding to them on Facebook, which is stupid. But anyway.
I saw Cleats by Dre.
Cleats by Dre, because his kids play soccer now. Anyway, going down the rest of the list here, I've got the top 20, of course. We already did 1 through 3. Nicki Minaj is at number 4, $29 million. I would not have really penned her as a rapper, which might just be prejudice on my part.
Yes.
Birdman, who I have no idea who that is at
Who
number
is
5.
that?
Birdman. You know
I don't know.
Are you sure it's not Condor Man?
I know, I was thinking Condor Man too.
Falcon, if we're going to go the Winter Soldier route. Number 6 is Kanye.
Okay.
From there, it's Lil Wayne, not Little Wayne, Lil. And then I have no idea who Wiz Khalifa is. No clue whatsoever. After that, I do know Ludacris, and I do know Pitbull. That's the music of Omar's people. Followed by Drake, Snoop Lion, Eminem is Kevin's choice at number 13.
There you go.
Kendrick Lamar, Pharrell Williams, and then there's a bunch of ties. So 15 through 20, a lot of ties in there. Pharrell Williams, Macklemore, and Ryan Lewis, Swizz Beatz, Tech Nine, 50 Cent, Lil Jon, Rick Ross, Young Jeezy, Questlove, all rounding out the top of the list. Questlove, I just found out, is that guy that's on that commercial and he's got the big hair.
Sure.
All right, wait.
Silence.
Don't know.
All right, so, Omar, blockbuster season,
Yep.
the end of the world as we know
Yep.
it,
Okay.
alas, Babylon 5.
It was a crapshoot.
Omar, take Babylon. Omar, take Babylon.
No, I'll take. I was thinking of getting the Babylon one just for you guys, but no, I'll take the Blockbuster one.
That's the ruthless Omar that I know. I'm going to go ahead and assume, Rochelle, that you're going to take the end of the world as we know it.
Absolutely. Watch it be about
Fine.
REM, and I won't know a damn thing about it.
Excellent. Let's start with the end of the world as we know it, Ro.
Okay.
A category by Paul Mackey.
Is it
Jason.
about REM? Please don't be about REM.
Jason, just going on a limb here. I'm willing to bet that you could say the first minute of the song "End of the World as We Know It" by REM.
I might end up saying it in this category.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, this is a REM category.
These questions are all based on the single "The End of the World as We Know It" and "I Feel Fine" by REM.
Hey.
I hate you, Paul Mackey.
No, it's stuff related to the song. It's not about REM.
I don't remember the song other than it's the end of the world as we know it. That's all I know. And, like, I feel fine. That's the only thing I remember about the song.
Rochelle Mantanota is not afraid. Yes, she is.
Okay, let's stop right there because I don't want to get into potential spoiler territory. Ro.
What?
That's great. It starts with an earthquake. In 2006, National Geographic cited odds of 1 in 117,127 that you'll die in an earthquake. Not you personally, but people in general. They didn't actually say, Rochelle Mantanona has a 1. On their chart, are these higher or lower odds than dying in an airplane accident?
Oh, those odds are lower. No, wait, no, I mean higher. Like, you die, you would have better odds of dying in an airplane accident than you would in an earthquake.
Odds of dying in an airspace accident are listed by National Geographic at 1 in 5,051.
Yeah.
So your odds of dying in an earthquake are lower.
Yeah, lower. I knew what that meant, but I was getting confused. Sorry.
Number 2.
Did I get that right or wrong?
You got that wrong. Mhm.
No, the way I said...
You can't guess both of them.
No, I...
You said you have better odds with the airplane.
Higher and lower, guys.
Number 2. A legendary comedian, controversial for his use of vulgarity in stand-up. He was convicted of obscenity in 1964 in New York State and not pardoned until 37 years after his death by New York State Governor George Pataki in 2003, who, according to the song, is, quote, not afraid.
It's like the second line of the song. Come on,
Yes,
bro.
it
I don't know. I don't know. I don't
Okay,
care.
that's great. It starts with an earthquake, birds, snakes, and airplane.
Omar,
Is not afraid.
37.
I, the hurricanes.
Yeah, the fact that you guys are singing it doesn't do shit for me. Absolutely fucking nothing for me.
Legendary comedians, bro.
Legendary comedians? I don't know. No.
Okay, guys, should I give her the big hint?
No. Oh, George Carlin. No, he only died. He didn't die 37 years ago.
Guys, should I give her the big hint?
on the right track. Go for it. Big change.
Charlie Chaplin.
Everybody, bro, who is mentioned in the song has the same initials.
Okay.
Yeah, but she would have to remember anyone.
I didn't know what the initials are, and that's not going to help me at all.
10 seconds.
I don't know. Charlie Chaplin or something.
Lenny Bruce. It's Lenny Bruce.
Who's that?
Not afraid.
Who is that? Who is that? No idea.
Well, your ignorance is not my problem, bro.
I don't care. I don't give a shit. Fuck this category. I'm done.
Wow.
Indeed.
And I'm the bitter one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Never see that on Jeopardy.
Number 3. Another man
Imagine
mentioned
that.
in the song was a well-regarded rock critic who died at age 33 in 1982 of an overdose on Darvon, Valium, and NyQuil. He's probably better known by many these days after he was portrayed in Almost Famous by Philip Seymour Hoffman. What is the name of this writer for Rolling Stone and Cream magazines?
I know it's initials with L and B. Don't know. Don't care.
Very good. You're on the right track.
I don't know.
It's Lenny
Okay.
Bangs.
Who the fuck is that?
I just gave you that information in the trivia question,
I
right?
don't know. I don't care. Let's
Okay.
go.
Number 4. Sore loser.
I'm not sore. I don't know anything about it, so there's no point to really answer any questions if I don't know it.
Wait, did you say Lester Bangs?
Literally getting a big shout out in the song is a legendary American composer and conductor. Who is this man who wrote the opera of Candide, the score for On the Waterfront, and the music for West Side Story?
I wish I got this category, man.
Totally okay with you not getting this category. I don't know.
Think
Oh, wait,
LB.
no, wait. Hold on.
West Side Story.
I know, West Side Story. That's like, I can't think of the name. It's like,
LB.
I know, it's something, I want to say it's maybe possibly like a Jewish name with a Stein.
Yes. Go cliche. Go cliche.
Maria.
I know, Maria. Just
Famous children's book about bears.
Bernstein, or no, it's not. It's like, I don't know. It's something B. Stein. That's all I know, and that's what it is.
You had it right, bro.
Leonard Bernstein. There you go.
Okay, is that right or wrong? Did I get it? Oh, it's right. I don't care. It doesn't matter.
Number 5. One more figure mentioned in the song is the general secretary who led the Soviet Union the longest after Joseph Stalin. He was succeeded by Yuri Andropov after dying in office. Who was he?
Wasn't Gorbachev. Wasn't
LB.
Putin. LB.
This was a hard category, dude.
Come on, Omar, you knew them all.
Well, I don't know this one, and I didn't know the
Yeah.
the other one, the almost famous one.
LB. I don't know any. All I remember is Stalin, Gorbachev, and Putin. Those are the only names I really recognize. Remember from like.
Brezhnev was in there in between them.
Okay. Whoopity-doo.
Leonid. Oh, I'm so sorry, bro.
I'm not. I don't care. It's okay. Whatevs.
Okay. Let's just go ahead and skip to Kevin. We'll
We'll
do the other hard one.
This could be the night of nobody gets a question right.
Yeah.
Alas, we often talk about Babylon 5 when we talk about the White Star 5 podcast, and this category was submitted to us by Scott Madison, one of the 2 hosts of the White Star 5 podcast on the Simply Syndicated Network. You can jump over and find it at www.simplysyndicated.com. And Rick Tatro, you know Rick, he's the other co-host on there, our buddy who often has been on this show.
Rick is good people.
So Scott Madison sends these 5 questions, and first, I'm going to have to read a little note that he included. He says he's been listening to ATW9K for a long time and love what you guys do, and have been a fan of both Remastered and Remote Patrol, those other shows that I've done, since the beginning of
Nobody listens to those.
Wow, really?
Alex full of crap.
I am a Jason Hawk fan. There, I said it. Scott Madison.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
You're making this up.
Oh, he's just saying that just to butter you up, just so I can have these questions put right to the top.
Number 1. The character of Bester, Kevin, a high-ranking member of the Gestapo-like telepath organization called Psi Corps, was played by Walter Koenig, the actor best known for playing what character on Star Trek?
Oh man, blanking. The vessels, the nuclear vessels. Chekhov.
Pavel Chekhov.
Yeah.
Yeah. The nuclear vessels, by the way. You kept on saying with the V. It's the whole joke, Kevin.
I'm sorry, I stepped on the punchline big time.
Oh.
Thanks for pulling me out though.
Number 2. Babylon 5 creator J. Michael Straczynski sold several scripts, and I'm just going to keep on calling it Babylon 5 because I find it personally hilarious. J. Michael Straczynski sold several scripts and was eventually hired as a staff writer for what Filmation cartoon series set on the planet Eternia?
Filmation. Is that He-Man?
And
Masters
the
Universe?
Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, there you go.
Number 3. Andreas Katsulas portrayed Jakar, the Narn ambassador to Babylon 5.
There's a Narnia ambassador?
Apparently.
I come from the closet.
Who watched this series, honestly? I don't think anyone watched it.
No, people did.
But in 1993, he also played the one-armed man in what Harrison Ford thriller?
The Fugitive?
I'm really having a lot of fun watching Ro roll her eyes.
Or Leonard Bernstein. One of those two. Must have been The Fugitive.
Yeah,
Number 4. The season 5 episode Day of the Dead was written by what author, famous for creating Sandman, Coraline, and Mirror Mask?
The nerds are gonna kill me for this one. For not knowing this one.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, this is so amazing. This is so amazing, dude.
American Gods.
I'm just laughing
Yes.
because it's just so fucking stupid.
I read friggin'
It
American.
has nothing to do with Babylon 5.
Oh, what's his name?
Oh, I hate
What's his
these
name?
questions.
Oh, it's not coming to me. Is Douglas someone?
Fuck.
No!
No.
It's not Douglas Adams.
No.
No.
Someone. Okay, you guys take it. You take
Neil
it.
Gaiman, dude.
Gaiman.
Neil Gaiman. That's it.
Number 5. After portraying the minibar? No, the Minbari. Yes, after portraying the minibar ambassador,
Mini bomb.
The mini barn.
Minibomb.
Oh
Mini
god,
bomb.
don't say that. Don't say that. Fuck it.
After portraying the Minbari ambassador Dylan for the entire run of Babylon 5,
I'm gonna call him the mini bar ambassador. Go on.
actress Mira Furlan went on to play a recurring character on what island-based J.J. Abrams television series?
Is it Kill Again? No, wait. Lost. Is it Lost?
Oh,
got it.
God.
Fucking Jason, what an asshole.
There's 4 out of 5 for
Well,
Kevin.
no, bro, it's not Jason's fault.
No,
It's your
Jason.
fault.
No,
You picked the
Jason.
category.
No, Jason purposely put this trivia. Either he helped figure out something, but he knew that this is something that none of us would want to pick, but it ends up being the one that's probably the easiest. So you know that he purposely did that. So
I thought the end of the world one was pretty easy, by the way.
well, that's for
pretty
you
easy.
though. So maybe, hopefully, this means Blockbuster will be completely retarded hard for Omar. So this is gonna be. But I doubt it though, because this is Omar.
Well, we don't use retarded as a pejorative.
I'm sorry. I'm just fucking just.
Here comes the angry letters now.
You can see the steam pouring forth from not only her ears, but also every other orifice she has.
Oh
Omar.
my god.
Omar.
My turn
Blockbuster
now?
season. You get a category by Michael Mold.
I haven't gone to the movies since
Don't worry, you'll do fine.
like a long time ago.
You'll do fine. Wink. Number 1. Aside from appearing on screen in Star Trek Into Darkness as Admirals Christopher Pike and Alexander Marcus, respectively, actors Bruce Greenwood and Peter Weller have provided their voices for animated adaptations of which DC Comics superhero? Is it The Flash, Batman, Green Lantern, or Superman?
Green Lantern? It's not the one?
It's Batman.
Obviously, Batman. Yes.
It's Batman. Young
Bruce
Justice
Greenwood
and The
was
Dark
Batman?
Knight Returns.
Yeah.
Number 2. Iron Man 3 is set at Christmas time, a recurring theme of screenwriter and director Shane Black's works. But which of these Black-written movies is not set during Christmas time? The Last Boy Scout, Lethal Weapon, The Long Kiss Goodnight, or Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, which is not set at Christmas time?
I want to say The Last Boy Scout.
You've got it.
Yeah. Nicely done.
Because there was a Super Bowl there.
You can actually place that movie, because that's the one on the list that I couldn't place mentally right away.
It's the one where Bruce Willis dances a jig.
Wasn't LA?
Yeah, L.A.
Lethal Weapon, The Long Kiss Goodnight, Kiss Bang Bang, those all immediately evoked imagery in my mind. The Long Kiss Goodnight, or the Last Boy Scout, I couldn't immediately visualize. Number 3. In Jurassic Park and Jurassic Park 3, respectively, actors Martin Ferrero and John Deal are both eaten by dinosaurs. They also each had recurring roles in what 1980s cop show? Was it Cagney and Lacey, 21 Jump Street, Hill Street Blues, or Miami Vice?
Wait a minute. This is multiple choice.
21 Jump Street.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Sorry, it was Miami Vice. They were both on
I have
Miami
no idea
Vice.
who they are.
The one was the guy that got eaten on the turlet. Remember?
Ah, the lawyer.
Yeah. The other one I don't remember off the top of my head. The other one was the hunter. Not in the first movie, but in the third movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 4. In Independence Day, Will Smith's character is a pilot for Marine Fighter Attack Squadron 314, a real-life squadron in the United States Marine Corps. What is the squadron's nickname? Is it the Black Knights, the Vikings, the Death Rattlers, or the Red Devils?
Black Knight.
You got it.
That... how are you supposed to know this? I wonder.
You did. You got the point.
Okay.
Yeah. Number 5. Which of these Autobots?
That was some ricer, dude. Sorry.
Number 5. Which of these Autobots is the only one to die in the 2007 Transformers live action movie? This is not 1986 cartoon that we talked about. Is
Megatron?
it Ratchet? What? Is it Ratchet, Ironhide, Jazz, or Bumblebee?
One of those died?
Which of these Autobots is the only
2007 is the
to
first
die?
one, right? Or
Yes.
not? Yes, right?
Yeah.
Jazz. Because he
Nice.
was blackish.
Yes. Sadly, that is true.
Wow.
Well, it worked.
You've got it. All right. So final score is
Do we really
Uh,
need to go over the score? Because we
Did
really don't.
Megatron die in that movie? Well,
No,
didn't they
Megatron did
push
not
like the
die.
cube into his chest and he
Yeah,
died?
but he's not an Autobot. The question was Autobot.
Oh, Autobot.
neither did Megatron die, though. He got buried at the bottom of the ocean, and there was the whole flotilla above him standing guard. All right. I have seen that movie once.
Yeah, it's better if you don't know that trivia.
Final score, Kevin 4, Omar 3, and Roe. And that's it for trivia.
No
So-
time to lose.
Okay, let's salve her wounds. Let's actually let her talk first in the roundtable section here. Let's hope she gets over it. It's okay, Ro. We still love you. As braggartly as she is when she wins, I think that this is good for her soul. This is the chicken soup for Ro's soul. But going into the roundtable, Gotham. Hey, we know what that is, right? Batman, Gotham City. But Gotham is it's young Batman show that's coming up on TV pretty soon. It's actually something that people have been discussing over on our Facebook page at facebook.com/ATW9K. You can talk about it too, dear listeners. Anyway, there's been a lot of butting of heads in the geek community about how shows like Arrow, S.H.I.E.L.D., some of those other ones that spin off, especially the whole Marvel versus DC continuity thing that's been going on here lately with the two factions of nerds. Anyway, they've been butting heads about which shows are good, which shows aren't good, which ones are better, what the hierarchy is. Some people embrace them, some people spurn them entirely. But what I want to know, Kevin, Omar, Ro, but Ro first. If you had to build a comic book show, what would it be? Basically, Ro, spell out for me how you do a better show than Smallville.
Better show than Smallville.
Because Smallville was like...
Oh, I could easily do that. Don't pick anything Marvel or DC. I said this in the Amazing Spider-Man Bunker Talk, and I am okay. I'm done with Batman, and Marvel is doing actually a good job. I mean, I recently caught up on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and I like what they're doing with the entire Marvel universe. It's all, coinciding with each other, so I will give it that. But for the most part, the characters I didn't care for. But anyways, we're no Marvel, no DC. How about you pick something different?
Well, let me ask you this. Is it just Marvel and DC that you know that you're sick of? What if it's a character that you've never seen, never heard, never been engaged with? What if it were like Moon Knight?
Overall, I'm kind of just tired of superheroes in a way, and I wish people would be kind of tired of that too, but it's not going to happen. But I guess that the only closest thing superhero would be Powers, which I have the graphic novel right here, and it's by Brian Michael Bendis and Michael Avon Oeming. Bendis is a great writer. Actually, FX tried to pick up the TV series.
It was going to star the T-Mobile girl.
Yeah, and I wasn't really a big fan of that because I think Kara Thrace would have been a perfect Deanna Pilgrim. And when I say Kara Thrace, I can't think of her name, but
Starbuck.
Starbuck should be Deanna Pilgrim. And this is a very gritty like detective crime novel, crime stuff with superheroes, and like basically people are killing superheroes. And one of the detectives, he actually used to have powers, and I think this is probably they should do something different. They should do something completely different that no one necessarily knows about. But at the same time, I can understand no one would probably want to care about it because of name recognition. But it's just a double-edged sword, I guess.
Kara Thrace, I had to look it up real quick. It's Katie Sackhoff. I didn't have to look it up to figure out her name, but I'm trying to figure out really fast what other comic book show she was on for a second and a half before it was canceled.
There's Bionic Woman, which is kind of like that.
Not a comic book show strictly then, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, indeed, sir.
But she was like the bad guy on that, I think.
Yeah, she was kind of delicious as the bad guy.
Hold on. But yeah, Deanna Pilgrim, she's basically a blonde with short hair and powers, and I was like, oh my god, like that's the first thing I thought of. Like, if you do powers, take Katie Sackhoff. She'd be perfect. But
I hesitate to bring this up because I can't remember if it's true or not. But was her character named for Scott Pilgrim, like as an homage?
Deanna Pilgrim?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. I think this came out way before Scott Pilgrim.
See, I thought that I heard that they were related at one point. That
I have
one
no
was
idea.
a nod to the other. But anyway, that's why
I would think
it
it more be of a nod to Brian Michael Bendis because Brian Lee O'Malley really wasn't nothing until Scott Pilgrim.
Well, Scott Pilgrim was named after the song,
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
which came out. It was a punk song in the
Okay, so that probably came out
90s?
first. Well, maybe both those artists gave a nod to that song, I guess. I don't know.
Omar, what do you think, buddy? If we have to make a TV show about a comic book, and Ro kind of hit on this too, it doesn't necessarily have to be a superhero, but if we have to make a TV show about a comic book, what do we pick and how do we make it good?
If you want to do something better than Smallville, you just hire a dude to make like hand fart noises for 30 minutes. And that's going to be better than Smallville.
How do you feel about the other entries recently into the whole game with Arrow and S.H.I.E.L.D.?
S.H.I.E.L.D., I watched some episodes. Arrow, I haven't watched any of it. For Gotham, I honestly thought they were going to go the Gotham Central route and do the expose on the cops and how their job is shitty because of Batman. Because there's a comic. There's like a series of comics.
Right here, Gotham Central.
Oh, there you go.
By Ed Brubaker and Greg Rucka. Those are good two names.
So I thought it was going to go more leaning towards that more than, but then they showed like all the villains and all the stuff. So fuck it, I'm not interested.
Well, the main character, didn't they hire Ben McKenzie, the dude from the OC who played Ryan? What's his face?
Yeah, he's Lieutenant Gordon.
So
I think he's playing Jim Gordon before he's the commissioner.
Yeah.
He's just hired on as lieutenant. I think when he comes over from wherever.
I think that show could be good if they only focus on him. But sorry, Omar's turn. Go,
It's
Omar.
not. I don't think it's going to happen. No, because that was the thing. If it's just the police department, it will be kind of interesting.
Yes.
Especially with a grown-up Batman. Like they don't focus on Batman. Batman doesn't appear at any moment, but they have to go and clean up Batman's like shit. That would be an interesting
How
show
long
to
could you watch that for? Like, how many seasons would you watch?
I could watch that like every single time. But if I were to choose like to make a show, I would choose She-Hulk and make Law and Order,
choice.
but with superheroes. Like Ally McBeal, Law and Order, like a crime procedural thingy in the courts, only with superheroes.
Sounds like
By
Daredevil.
virtue of you saying that, how do you feel then about Angie Harmon?
Who is Angie Harmon?
She was the former wife, I believe, of Jason Sehorn of the New York Giants. Pretty sure. But at any rate, she's an actress and a model, and she's very, very excited about whenever anyone brings up comic book movies, she's actually petitioning hardcore to play She-Hulk. She's on Rizzoli and Isles now. She's either Rizzoli and or Isles.
Oh, that girl, the tall one from Law and Order with the
hot one.
with the voice.
She's pretty attractive. I don't think.
What's a Resilient Isles or whatever you called it?
Characters welcome, Kevin.
What?
TNT.
Oh, is it on TNT? Because I think I just gave USA's call sign. Anyway, it's one of those cable dramas about two female cops. A modern day Cagney Lacey, if you will.
She would need to eat a lot of food and do a lot of
Yeah, she
gym.
is skinny. She is skinny.
But she's been saying that for more than a year now, I think. Just really excited about, hey, if you make a She-Hulk movie, can I please play She-Hulk?
They won't do it. They're too scared to actually have a female lead.
Very good. Well, let's move on to Kevin. Kevin, what do you think, sir, about the whole issue? Weigh in.
Well, I think we touched on it a little bit. Like, the tricky thing is, like, television has to go on and on and on a bit, right? And sometimes when you do good superhero stuff, like, I thought Heroes had a very good first season, and then after that it was like, what do we do from here? Let's just bring everybody back and
they're rebooting it.
Yeah, that might be all right.
Really?
Smallville, like you talked about Smallville hit on, like, a successful model of, like, it was basically Dawson's Creek with a superhero, which is why they called it Dawson's Clark a lot of the time.
And that's what it's been for every superhero show from that on out. I mean, it's Arrow is that pattern.
You pretty
Shield,
much.
to some degree is that pattern, but I mean, there's some
other shows like
variability
those
in
vampire ones and all that. It's the same deal. Yeah.
My
So
wife watches Vampire Diaries, doesn't she?
Oh, she watches all of those shows. She watches Arrow. She watches Smallville. She watches. She digs it, man. She likes all that, like, family stuff. Or not family stuff like that.
How is Vampire Diaries family stuff, Kevin?
Sorry, I meant like teenage angsty stuff. It's all like, hi, we're 1,000-year-old vampires that go to high school and have parties and stuff. It's like awful. Anyhow,
Pedophiles.
but let me get around to answering the question eventually here. I think one of the most successful comic adaptations on television that can go on and on is The Walking Dead. Whatever you feel about that, it's probably one of the more successful comic book adaptations, and it can keep going. So in that vein, I was recently, for the first time, I was reading Y the Last Man, and I thought it very much fits in that sort of world, and I thought Y the Last Man would make a very good series. You could start it, you could finish it definitively after maybe 4 or 5 seasons. Don't let it go on and on.
They're not going to do it, Kevin.
Well,
Alas,
I don't
do
know.
it or you
Look at something like a Breaking Bad or whatever, where they set a firm deadline and they work towards it. I think they could do start to finish. Y the Last Man is an excellent television show.
Only if good people are with it.
The other one that's been bandied about for years now, and that HBO at one point was trying to develop, is Preacher, along the same lines.
Yeah.
Preacher and Y the Last Man for me fit into the kind of the same category of comic.
Preacher is not going to make it ever. It's way too blasphemous. Maybe for HBO, but I don't think it's going to make it.
Hey, they
It's
did
juvenile.
Gladiators with Wangs.
That's Showtime.
Oh, it was Showtime, wasn't it? Why can I never remember that guy's name? Spartacus.
Spartacus.
You only remember what you care about. That's
Gladiators with Wangs.
Yeah, but I think they all had wangs. In fact, most men on television have.
Yeah, but these guys were whipping them out all the time and putting them into Xena, Warrior Princess.
Yeah, she was lovely, bless her.
And then that one guy from The Mummy was all like, hey, let's buy some more guys.
Yeah, he was the best. When he left the show, it went right downhill.
Spoilers, Kevin, spoilers. All right, well, I think that's a good place to draw the line, since we seem to be fading off a little bit, and since Ro seems to be very angry and has her jaw clenched and is punching things.
Jason, you've never weighed in on this comic book.
Yeah, you didn't give us your opinion.
Oh, I'm just down for Batman.
Down for more Batman?
Meh for Batman.
Do you think that? I mean, I like the idea of just a procedural police with Jim Gordon. That'd be cool. What bugs me about it is that they're always gonna have to check in with these little brats, like this Catwoman girl and whatever Penguin as a kid, all that crap. What do you think?
You know, see, I'm sick of the whole procedural thing. I'm tired of. I don't want CSI set in a comic book world. That's the last thing that I want to see.
It looks kind of Sin City.
And we're kind of sick of the whole anti-hero thing. I wish that they would do a show that's set from the villain's perspective and just let you follow the villain and let the villain win.
Ooh. See, now you're talking.
That's all that I want. Let's make them. They're doing this kind of over on FX again, referencing that network. I think that we talk about FX a lot. That's where Archer is. But they're doing it with Bates Motel. You got Norman Bates over there, Psycho.
That's way too Oedipus for me.
Yes, there is that aspect to it. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, they're making sympathetic villains. Over on NBC, they've got the whole thing with, what's-his-face, Anthony Hopkins. Fava Beans, help me out. Thank you.
Hannibal, yeah.
So this is something that keeps on coming up, but I'd like to see one staged in a DC universe. I do like the DC stuff, and I think that Marvel has enough of the market share right now. We can give a little DC love. But anyway, that's what I would do. Give him a good villain. Make the villain the hero, not an anti-hero, just a straight up villain that's a hero.
You know what? Lex Luthor would be a good candidate for that.
Ooh, yeah, a Lex series. That would be good.
See, here's the problem with villains. Most of the time, they're just foils for the heroes, so they're not really fleshed out very well. So Lex Luthor is never really, except for in the animated series, the Justice League and Justice League Unlimited over on Cartoon Network. That's the only space that he's ever really gotten a good character. As a matter of fact, Justice League...
Superman All-Star, I'm pretty sure he had a good character development of that.
I don't remember that one off the top of my head. What was the plot?
Well, he wanted Superman out because he thought if someone has to rescue humans, it has to be a human, not an extraterrestrial.
So basically the same plot as Red Sun.
And when I don't think was it All-Star or Birthright, where he goes to jail with Clark Kent and he starts saying why he hates Superman that much, and you start feeling for the guy and you start liking him. You actually start liking him.
That is the aspect of Red Sun that I like the most. You know, it's the one where Superman lands in Soviet Russia.
Batman Cop and
right. That's a great book. But Jason, who would you pick then if not Lex Luthor?
I don't know. Just give me some minor villains, because I think that's what Marvel's doing the best right now. They pick someone like Batroc the Leaper and give him an awesome little sequence. They pick somebody like Crossbones and give him a really nice role in a movie. Just give me some minor DC villains. Go with people other than the Joker for once, please. I don't want to see a Joker Chronicles.
But yeah, you still want to see Batman.
I do want the Batman to show up.
Okay, I've got it. How about a show framed around Condor Man? What do you think?
I would rather watch that than Batman.
No.
I can see a show about Falcon after Winter Soldier. Man, I liked that movie. Okay, that is where I'm going to draw the line. This has been it for ATW9K. Send us some trivia if you feel like it. You can do that at atw9k@simplysyndicated.com. You'll have to first learn how to spell syndicated, which I hear often is a problem.
Yeah, I'm wondering, well, isn't it like the correct spelling an S-I instead of S-Y?
No.
That's why.
I have no idea. See, there you go.
ATW9K@simplysyndicated.com. You can also follow us on Twitter at ATW9K, and I already mentioned the Facebook address, so that's enough shilling. We've shilled an awful lot tonight. I'm going to cut it off right here. Have a great week, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Cheerio, everyone.
Movie night next time. Woo!